2022. And I also have to get over here and turn off my sound before it goes and starts doing the echo thing. And I got it before it started. Yay! Week 52, year 2022. This is Climb Week, and I have 5 crazy things for you. Hi, Andrew from Andrew's Simple Cooking, and also hi to Uncle Al from Dube Bullfrog 98. Wait a second, 98? I did get it wrong. 79. Where'd I get 98 from? Maybe it's because that's what my temperature is supposed to be, 98.6. And Virginia, she's in here, and so was Bridget earlier. So we'll find out who's here right now. Is Virginia, Andrew, Dube Bullfrog, and myself. We have 5 crazy things. I'm going to start right off with this thing. Can anybody guess what this is? I'll give you a clue. There it is. This is my carbon fiber kayak paddle, a wing kayak paddle. I haven't been kayaking since my van got destroyed a while back, so it's not fun, and I can't wait to get the darn. I'm going to get out this coming year, 2023. I will get my kayak out, and this is a very expensive paddle. The nice thing about this is it breaks down, and you can adjust both the pitch, the angle of the blades, and you can also adjust the length of the paddle, which is just an amazing thing. And I'm going to move my camera over just a little bit so that I'm looking more at it. Here we go. Number 1, share. And if anybody wants to join me, I sent out a link earlier, or if you want, I'll put a link into the chat so that you can join and we can talk about physical fitness. Virginia can talk about her exercise videos because she's got more than I do, I think. Actually, I know she does. Now, number 2 is, this is not the volleyball to get. This is the rolling soft volleyball. And you would think that, oh, it's soft, so I can really hit this thing hard and it won't hurt. Well, the thing is it's pretty heavy. So if you hit it hard, what happens is it hurts. So there's that one. That's number 2. You can go out and play volleyball. That's a good. Oh, Uncle Al, I'll bring you in right after I do the 5 crazy things. It's super to have you in here. Uncle Al is in the waiting. He's going to talk about physical fitness in our generation. Because believe it or not, Uncle Al, did you know you're actually younger than I am? But number 3 is this thing, which a lot of people might not know about it. And Uncle Al, I know he knows what it is, but my thing that I did not know about this was when I first got it, I bought it at a thrift shop. This is a muscle roller, and I thought it was an exercise thing. So here I am trying to break it, and good thing I didn't break it. So that's number 3. Number 3 exercise thing, because we're going to be doing exercise this week. Also, Virginia, I'm taking a page out of your book. Last week, I was wondering why I fell far behind, and it's because what had happened was I actually was ahead, but then I got behind. I did 3 short critiques and 1 long critique. So I actually did 4 critique videos last week. Maybe I'll get 4 done this week. Who knows, for the exercise. This is a back roller. The only problem with this one is you actually need somebody else to do it for you. It helps. You can use it also on your feet. So that is number 4. Number 4 thing to say. And number 5, we'll have this one. When you have a exercise ball, which needs inflation, it helps to have a pump. Now, I was going to separate the needle out because you also need the needle so that you can get into the ball and inflate it. Now, a word to the wise, and this was taught to me years ago when I used to play soccer in high school, is you want to wet the needle. Usually you just lick it with your tongue, and I'm not going to do that right now, but that makes it so that this valve, because this valve here on the ball, this little black thing that is right there, that valve, if you take a dry needle and you push it straight down, you can damage your valve. What you want to do is wet the needle and kind of twist it while you're putting it in gently all the way in, and just don't go stabbing. So I think that's 5. Let's go with number 6 and 7, or just in case I didn't get 5. Here is number 6. This is always a handy thing to have. This is actually one of my best lights. This is a firecracker light from Gerber. It takes 1 battery and it is bright, and I was surprised that it still had some charge. Oh yeah, I know I forgot some other stuff. Sunbeam battery. This is just 1 AA battery, and I was surprised that it was still intact, the battery, not the flashlight, but it still works and it's plenty bright. One more thing, because I have it here, might as well share it. An impact massager. Now, that was my light. That still had a charge to it. Let's see if this thing still has a charge to it, just for grins. Let's see, because, yep, just like I suspected. There's the difference in manufacturing these days. I didn't, it's been a year, so the impact massager kaput as far as charge goes. I mean, yes, I could recharge it, and I will if I ever use it. There it is, 5 crazy things. And now without waiting any longer, we're going to bring on Uncle Al. You ready, Uncle Al? Just give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okie doke, I'm bringing you on. Here he comes. Uncle Al, show on stream. There we go. He's on here. And I hope we're both, I'm unmuted, you're unmuted, and you're getting ready.
Yep.
Okay, well,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. Let me adjust something. Sorry.
Okay, how have you been doing? I know that you've had a couple of trips to the doctor, and it seems like everybody's getting sick these days.
Oh no, it's just overwork for me.
Yeah. Well, I know that you and Virginia, man, my hat is off to both of you. I mean, and Virginia, you can join in too. I can make a spot for all 3 of us in here.
Yeah, like I said, you could always use a rubber mallet.
Yeah.
Impact. Like I said, Christmas time is my busiest season, so I'm running around, and I forgot to eat. I forgot to take my meds at a certain time period, and that's not good for you.
Yeah. So are you at least getting your sleep? That's very important.
What sleep?
Yeah,
it's foggy and cold out here. It's 47. It's foggy and cold. Usually it's like your temperatures, because I live in a desert, but the cold came down this year pretty hard on us because it's the 3rd year of La Nina. Now, you guys might get rain pretty soon. Sorry.
Yeah. We've already been getting our rain and cold, and we're actually having our first 2 days of warm, which, because my thyroid, I think, is, speaking of health, I got a feeling that I'm going to have to bump up my levothyroxine. So we'll find out. The fun things of life.
The big problem is, like I told Gil on Cap Patton Family Compound and Gray Man Prepping, we are in washing machine weather like last year. Remember that hot spell we had right before February and January? We had 2 weeks of, it's kind of hot out here at 70 degrees. And then next month in February, it snowed in Texas. Remember that? Yeah, people were surprised. It was 70 degrees. It's snowing now.
And I think Virginia was saying that what's the weather in Houston today? we're doing a weather report on everybody, Virginia and Miss Key and Miss Keys. Oh, now before I forget, I'm going to go through. Everybody should check out. Everybody who's watching the rerun, check out Andrew's Simple Cooking for cooking channel, par excellence. My guest, got to point this way. My guest, Uncle Al from Dube Bullfrog 79. He's all about being prepared, and he does some cooking also. I'm pretty jealous of both of their cooking.
Not
products.
like Andrew. Andrew has it down pat. I just only could do 15 seconds because for some reason YouTube doesn't like me, and every time I do like a 5-minute set, it won't go on air. I'm in the ghetto really hard.
You mean it won't go on air, or you mean that people won't watch it? There's two.
No, it won't go on air.
You mean they won't even let you publish it? Well,
nope.
Anyways,
I got to figure out that one because
we won't talk about that one. But I tell you what, you have my email. Email me, a link to the thing sometime, and I'll take a look, and maybe I can spot what's hit, what's not working.
Oh no, I know what's wrong with it. I have to get a better system updated, and I have to go through their channels. Me and YouTube's kind of arguing a bit back and forth.
Well, I've always found it, it's from growing up. I always learned not to bite the hand that feeds me. And YouTube has been nice enough to give us this platform. They may change the rules constantly, but it's just like home. My dad changed the rules all the time.
Except it's like you got a stepdad, and he says you don't need to listen to your father anymore. Yeah, like that. Because after 2016, all hell went crazy.
But remember, we'll talk about YouTube off there.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No problem.
It's internal stuff. But anyway, like I said, it's crazy weather time right now, and I tell a lot of people I warn people. It's like. Bill knows me. I've been warning people since summer about what's going to happen right now. And Regina, if she's in Houston, it's going to be either really cold with a chance of rain. Hopefully it's warm rain because you don't want the other thing, it's snowing or ice or giant hailstones.
She was actually getting rain not too long ago. I saw it on one of her videos, and Virginia is putting out, Virginia, just curious, I think it's like 5 videos a day that you do, which is just inhuman. And Uncle Al, I know you were on point for doing about 2 or 3 a day. I
do it simply. I just stockpile my videos, and I I'll just do this one today. Yeah. Because sometimes I forget to date them. Mm-hmm. And it's like I've been busy, so I got a lot of Christmas stuff. And it's like, oh, Lord, I forgot to put these out. You know how it is.
Yeah. And if anybody's interested in anything to do with software-wise, I've been kicking the doors on all sorts of software products. I just recently made a purchase for, I think that was like $59 for lifetime access to music, which was really nice. And it's a little bit better than what I have in the background right now, but I forgot to download it onto a chip and then put it in the background because I don't want to take up too much of my computer resources for music at this point. Oh, and that reminded me of another thing that I need to remind people about. If your network starts getting sluggish and you're like thinking of buying new equipment, before you buy new equipment, because I did it last night, and even me, I've been with computers for over 40 years, dealing with them back when they had 8-inch floppies. And yes, they're working.
You got to explain that to people, because when you say floppy disk, they look at you like
looks like a record, and you threw it in the computer. But anyways, now I'm forgetting the technical term, but anyways, you have to update the software in your router. And I did that last night because all of a sudden my whole network was getting flaky, and I was blaming everything. And I was like going, and you're only as fast as your slowest link. So if you have, where is it? If you have a garbage phone and that's all you're using to access things, and this one is a garbage phone. If you have a high end phone, it's good. But you know, people, if you're paying for premium internet, get some premium hardware to go with it. Yeah. So anyway, so that's my 2 cents to add for software for people. Just update your software before you buy new hardware.
Right. It's like Bill says. First thing is if you're using 10-year-old software, you're going to get delays. It has to be how many years you have to update your software? Every 2 years or every 1 year?
Well, actually, with software, there's a trick. It depends on where you got it from. There's what's called NCH software, which is one of the many software companies which I purchased from. And a lot of companies, you have to read their contract. If they say forever upgrade, you're never going to get nicked again for another charge. But if you upgrade a NCH product, for example, my video editor that I used to use, I can't even remember the name of it right now, because one thing that people above the age of 60 do is they forget names of things. Really, I'll remember it as soon as we end the broadcast, or I could look it up. But anyways, if you upgrade on NCH software product, what will happen is they will turn around and revert you back to an unlicensed version. And you always want a licensed version of the product. So just be careful of that. Read the contract is what the bottom line is with software.
Yeah, I let my grandnephews and my nephews do that. All I do is I create videos, and I find out if I do a short, I got 16,000 views by accident because my grandnephew says, "You play this song, Uncle Al," and I okay.
Oh yeah, kids are one of my best. I literally took one of my older cameras and I go, lazy SoCal afternoon, and had traffic. Virginia does exclusively traffic on one of her channels, and it is phenomenal, isn't it? And speaking of chat, I have not been responding to people. I'm sorry about that.
I think we have 5 in the
Yeah,
chat. Regina says it's 70 degrees in Houston. That's
yeah,
good
yeah.
because you don't want to know what's coming past Lawton, past Austin, and heading towards your area. You see, there's a nice microclimate off of Mexico. Thank God
Mhm.
for that, because if it wasn't that cold wave, the second one, we're in the second one right now. That's why you're wearing the hat, and I'm wearing
Well,
thermals.
it's also Christmas time. Ho, ho,
Yeah.
ho. My daughter got me this.
Oh, that's nice.
Um,
But like I said, with this one, it weighs 2 pounds. So when I check my weight, I have to take off my shirts because
mhm.
I had like, let's see, jacket, vest, this. I had 4 pounds to my weight, and they need an accurate weight because I got another colostomy. They have to check because the first one, like, who did this? And I'm saying, intern over this hospital. So they're sending me to 2 other hospitals to do a good you know,
Colonoscopy.
yep.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, I have the jug thing I have to drink. That's always wonderful, folks.
I have mine scheduled for one thing about colonoscopies, just give you a heads up. What you want to do is a month before you do your colonoscopy, and I'm going to have to remember to do that too, cut back on your fiber intake, because fiber, especially if you're a heavy fiber like wheat germ is like the worst stuff to have because it actually cakes along the intestinal wall. I had to have
Well,
2 colonoscopies. Well, same thing you ran into probably.
Yeah, but you see, I told I think you froze, but the first one, I keep telling them, oops, trying to reach over my coffee. I've been prescribed fiber tablets, and I
uh,
told this doctor about this. I got fiber tablets, and like you say, wheat German wheat brand. And I said the intern probably made a mistake when you have a tumor. I said I don't have a tumor. I eat this stuff all the time.
yeah.
And,
And then
and
what happened was, I had the exact same thing. I know exactly what happened is you had those things sticking to the side. Even though you do your prep and you do it properly, those things can stick to the side of your wall. And you know what the unfortunate thing was is my doctor actually is like he got revenge. I had to do 3 gallons on the second colonoscopy I had that year. So just cut fiber out of your diet about a month before your colonoscopy. You'll be fine.
yeah, I have to do that because I don't want to miss reading again.
Yeah.
Because I think Tonya came in. Oh yeah, hi Tonya.
Yeah. Antonia, Virginia, thank you so much for joining us. And if you got any questions about physical activity, about fitness, about medical conditions, about being over 65, or about, Bitcoin. No, actually, you
Yeah,
can't ask me about Bitcoin because I haven't invested one dime in Bitcoin.
good. Do smart. Invest in gems.
Well,
Emerald's a good buy right now. Emeralds and turquoise. I tell people that because it's after Christmas and they have an overstock on it because nobody buys that for Valentine's Day. I'll get a diamond or a ruby or something like that. So you have all these turquoise,
yeah,
especially set in silver, because you can sell it before Christmas. After Christmas is like, what the hell we're going to do with all this stuff? Wait until summer. Then you get the tourists and they'll buy turquoise and whatchamacallit, silver, because it's a good commodity. Emeralds is before Christmas because it's green mistletoe and stuff like that.
mhm,
It's a good combination. But if you buy the gems, do not put it in a setting. Buy the gems itself.
mhm,
And I keep telling people because when the inflation cycle hit, remember this last summer I told people?
mhm.
They all laugh. I'll buy gold and silver. I'm laughing. Buy emeralds. I told everybody this. And the people who bought emeralds that listen to my advice, they're very happy.
Well, the
Seven
other,
per
the other thing is the emeralds and gemstones. They are actually also associated with fitness too, because there's like if I remember correctly, some of them have like some are associated with strength, and some of them are calming. So, and it's like my grandfather used to say about money. Money can't buy you happiness, but it's very soothing to the nerves.
right. Because a lot of old people used to hold turquoise and
Mhm.
emeralds and they
Yeah.
roll it into their hands, they keep it around, and they say, "Oh, oops, I need some money," and then take it to the jeweler and drop it off, and they
Mhm.
walk out of the jeweler with 20 grand.
And come back. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but my grandfather told me, you can't do that with diamonds. Diamonds is kind of a, how can you say it? If South Africa sneezed and all the diamonds escape, you can
It
pick up a diamond.
flood the market. Yeah.
No, there's so many diamonds on Earth.
Yeah.
Uh, it's not worth it.
Mm.
It's like I'll redeem this uh, empty beer can. What do I get for a bag of diamonds? You could keep the diamonds.
Now, with a diamond, Uncle Al, at what temperature does a diamond like burn?
Oh, burn! It
Don't
takes a
they
lot of
burn?
heat. Yeah, they
Really?
burn,
Okay. Yeah.
but it's a lot of heat to
Really?
destroy a diamond.
Because you always see the show where, oh, the person had their diamonds and they got in a fire and they burnt and went away.
No, no,
Yeah.
we're
They don't.
talking about
Yeah.
steel mill kind of temperatures,
Yeah. Oh,
not
yeah.
like fireplace.
Yeah.
All it does is discolor and crack the diamond. If it like your house burned
Oh,
down,
yeah.
it just discolor and crack the diamond and it loses value like that.
Now, Virginia, what kind of do you think I should do another push-up video or sit-up video, or because this is exercise week, and I did bring all sorts of good stuff for exercising in here. But oh yeah, this was the other thing. I actually have a video. This is part of my shopper size routine. And what you do with this is you take this and you put 2 shopping bags, and you take the plastic shopping bags and you can just tie them off and then just hang it over your head and then walk to the store and shopper size without the backpack. That was prior to.
Right. I tell a lot of people what's the easiest exercise, and don't do like the people with the gym membership.
Oh
Walk.
yeah, yeah,
Just walk.
totally.
Yeah, walking's good. Just
And
walk around. Go ahead, Bill.
and also with walking is, if you're going to get a treadmill, get what they call a magnetic resistance treadmill, because I'm cheap. I mean thrifty, and I found that if I do, because I did have an electric treadmill, it would add about $5 a month onto my electric bill in California.
Oh, I could fit you out with a better treadmill. You make electricity. You put a
Oh
little generator on it, like this one fitness firm does, and you run on it and you generate, you get a deduction. You have 1 month free if you reach a goal.
yeah.
Because
Wow.
every time you run on the treadmill, they get power and they sell it back to the electric company.
Well, you know what they do down in my hood is they actually charge, and this is why I haven't gone solar, is they charge $10 a month just to have access to the grid, so that you can provide electricity to the grid. Where is the logic in that?
No, that's
And
part of the green con.
and
Because
well, they don't buy it. They don't buy back anymore. They used to pay people for solar. If you had solar on your house, you'd get, but now you just get a credit. So if I do solar, I am going to do solar on a separate wiring system. I am not gonna, I'll still have my AC regular, but I'll have DC for lighting and a few other things. And I just will not hook up to the grid with solar.
right, but there's a trick to that, and I know because of survivalist stuff. You can
Quit.
get a DC RV cooler. It's an air conditioner. You put it
Uh,
in one room of your house, and every time the sun's out, that room's nice and cool, and you don't have to pay anybody.
yeah, yeah, same thing. Yeah. It,
You
it,
see,
it,
you
it's-
outsmart everybody. It's like having your own fireplace. You throw
or
wood in it, and you keep warm.
or Uncle Al, you could do the next best thing and live where I live, where it's close to the beach, and I have really moderate climate, at least for the
True,
next
but
couple of years. Knock on wood.
right, but like I said, in case of a few other
Yeah,
things, because
yeah,
people don't know what I know,
uh,
I don't want to be in an area where we have a polar shift. And a
yeah,
lot of people, what's that? And I said, remember Noah? Do you
yeah,
have an ark? Do you live in an ark?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you don't want to look out in the morning and like, gee, the surf's up really high this morning. It's 60, 80, 100 feet. I don't think I
No,
want to be there.
it's just like the gloom and doom discussions, Uncle Al. I live at ground zero, so I don't really worry much.
Oh, I wouldn't worry much. Yeah, because you live in San Diego.
Yeah,
My
that's ground
military
zero.
base got raided so bad. It's like it's a training base. It costs more money to bomb the base,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because I tell people right now we are in a resource war, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that. That's what caused World War I, World War II. Uh, sorry, bit of the future, World War III. On the lighter note, hot pants and miniskirts come back, both
Yeah.
men and women. Please wear underwear if you're wearing miniskirts, folks. Both sexes. All right, do not want to see that miniskirts because it's if we go like climate change. Are we going to go past an hour or not?
No, actually, I'm gonna close out the stream and bring you off for a half second, and
Okay.
if you want to stay on, you and I can talk afterwards. How's that? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for Uncle Al for being my co-host today. And I love you all. Have a happy new year and bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, and I got to hit 2 spots on this thing. I forgot. Well, I almost did it right. Love you.